Happy to present some of the insights about my research in the area of technology management on one of the challenges that have been perceived as very critical by major organizations across the globe. In this presentation, we shall examine the reasons behind the agile changes failing, and it is not about the methodologies, it's about bottleneck which is faced by the leadership. As will be shown in the presentation, agile implementation also cannot be achieved without transforming the leadership. Rather than merely adopting the methodology, authentic experience of such industry leaders as ING, Bank, IBM, and Microsoft will be taken into account, and I will offer a four-pillar model of solutions to combat the fundamental causes of change failure. So, without wasting any time, let's dive in. The gist of the matter is, in this, organizations all over the world have already spent millions of dollars on agile models, employed scrum masters, established sprint boards, trained their employees. However, majority of transformation do not work or do not perform properly, or they just fail miserably. Why? Since the leadership practices are not changing at the same pace the methodologies, I would like to divide it into three crucial documents. First one is velocity gaps. Teams are doing 2 week sprints, they are iterating deliveries, decisions by leaders are taking weeks or months. Teams move fast, leaders move slow. The outcome is bottleneck. Second one is process mismatch. You have an iterative and flexible process, but your approval process is a waterfall style. It is as tough as the engine of a sports car, but into a truck body. Third one, culture clash. Agile requires independence, empowerment, and trust. The organizational culture is still hierarchical. The studies in the banking industry reveals that the traditional command and control style of leadership cannot be compatible with agile ways of working. The outcome is frustration, wastage of resources, as well as transformational initiatives that fail to deliver the promised value. In order to put this challenge into perspective, one should realize the environment where these problems usually start. We are talking of large global institutions considered globalized financial institutions, multinational technology firms, corporate entities. These also have thousands of workers in continents with globally dispersed team. They are running on a legacy IT systems. Such some of them are really literally decades of old, which cannot be easily ripped off and replaced. They're forced to address strict regulations that limits their speed. They must also deal with complicated dependencies of hundreds of products and services. These companies have opted to adopt the new methodologies that is hybrid, which combines agile with old methodologies, as the pure agile cannot be implemented, cannot be deployed in such complex world. It is at this place the leadership comes as the success factor. In simple environment, one can manage to be mediocre in leadership, but it is the quality of leadership that can either make or break transformation success within complex or regulated legacy driven environments. Some of you may be now thinking that, is leadership that important? Let me show you the evidence. There were problems with ING Bank encountered. They were using agile teams with conventional leadership. Their first remodeling was not going on. Accordingly, they turned back. They poured millions of dollars into leadership change initiatives, teaching their managers to become enablers as opposed to controllers. Coaches are opposed to commanders. The result? Delivery was also increased by 35%. This is not incremental, that is transformational. Engagement scores of employees increased by a great margin. Why? Due to the fact that individuals were finally left to do the jobs on their own. However, IBM did it led to the same conclusion. 80% of their staff were certified as agile practices in a year and a half. Microsoft created the in-house digital coaching system. These three are the examples. Since it is not supported by just words, it is supported by the researches that I'm showing you, the type of leaders that inspire, empower, and enable so-called transformational leaders have a big impact on the agile success rates in any industry. So, what's the solution? An agile transformation driven by leadership is based on a four-pillar framework that is grounded in a lot of research and field evidence. Pillar 1, development of leadership. We must radicalize the process of leadership and shift leaders from a command and control style into empowering and enabling them. Pillar 2, digital coaching system. The change of leadership can be triggered and expected with the help of technology by using AI based coaching systems. Pillar 3, redesigning governance. Upgrading our governance system into a manner that ensures speed with the much needed control. Now, at the last one, pillar 4, upskilling of the workforce. Without the capability of building the workforce, leadership change is frictional. And we can begin with leadership development. This is no 2-day training or the roadshow. Instead, it is a massive long-term program that literally change leadership behaviors. Goal: transform blocker leaders to change enablers. Managers who went through such programs in ING claimed that they started making decisions quickly and the team collaboration became much more powerful almost immediately. A good example is the internal agile coaching platform that was developed by Microsoft. Assisted managers in the global teams to be more efficient as they received personalized guidance at the right time. These systems will monitor the process, detect the knowledge gap, and provide specific recommendation. Imagine it as a leadership fight simulator. Leaders can have a safe practice, learn as they fail, and be able to make actual organization decision. And now, modernization of governance. All systems of governance are meant to encourage predictability and control. Still, they cannot be used when it comes to agile that requires speed and flexibility. It is not only the removal of the governance, which would be irresponsible in the regulated industries. Instead, we redesign it, automate working procedures, produce agile based measures and KPIs which focus on results, not outputs, establish faster decision-making processes that ensure control without having bottlenecks. Study indicates that hybrid project management is effective for providing the governance aligns with the environment of agile and does nothing conflict with them. Lastly, workforce upscaling. Without employees willing to work differently, the leadership transformation will not be successful. Transformation becomes exponentially quick when everyone is learning together. However, you may possess the best framework in the world, but then without these four key success factors, you will still find it difficult. First one, executive sponsorship. This cannot be delegated. Top executive should be personally and physically present. When the C-suite proves to be committed, then all other follows. Second one is clear vision. Leaders should also be able to lead by example. Like they have to be model agile behavior themselves. Agility cannot be ordered around. You must lead by example. Third one, digital infrastructure. You should have strong collaboration tool like dashboards and the coaching tools that I mentioned. Fourth one, strategic alignment. Your agile objectives should coordinate with larger corporate objectives. Coming on implementation, this is not easy. You will have real challenges to encounter. The largest of them is likely to be organizational resistance. Old habits die hard. Individuals are afraid of loss of control, status, the comfortable means of working, and another crucial one is it is huge financial investment. Such programs initially involve high expenses like for training, platforms, consulting, missing time of deliveries. The ROI is confirmed, yet long term, not short term. You require long term resources and loyal stakeholders. Another one is technological issues exist. The old system do not necessarily work with the new agile tools. Ethics also have a role to play. This will always bring a change in work and positions. Job will be eliminated. New competencies may be always required. So, what will you really get when this structure is put into good practice? According to the evidence, the results are as follows: a 35% faster delivery, not just a little bit faster, but competitively faster, because you will be able to respond quickly to customer requirements and the market change. Engagement of 80% team members, engage employees decide to labor in a setting where they feel trusted. Reduction of bottlenecks by reduction in the waiting time of decisions, and they are reduced sustainably. To conclude everything, agile changes do not fail due to the faultiness of the framework. They fail due to the inability of leaders, governance, and the system of organization. This is a combination of all the four pillars I have shown you with evidence. So, the issue is, are you willing to invest into changing it? I wish I had managed to explain it in a proper way. Thank you.